Hello again, everybody. We're looking at Unit 4.7b, percents as proportions and applications, and a few more general applications, which means word problems. So let's take a look at what we've got. Question number 1, at a restaurant, the bill comes to $75. If you decide to leave an 18% tip, how much is the tip? Okay. They want the answer in dollars and cents, so as a decimal, but no dollar sign because the dollar sign's already here. All right. And then question 2, suppose a college student pays $750 for tuition fees. However, she also has to pay $375 for her textbooks. Ouch. What percent of her total education costs does she pay for her books? Hint, first find out how much she paid total for tuition and books. Write your answer to the nearest tenth of a percent, and the answer here, her books represent what percent? So just a number there of her total costs. Okay, so let's take a look at the tablet. So we have a $75 bill with an 18% tip. How much is the tip? So I used to work in food service. I was a waiter and then I was a bartender. And before that I was a busboy, working my way through college. And we had an easy way to calculate a 10% tip by just, if it's a $75 bill, then the tip is $7.50 if it's 10%. And of course tips are more like 15 or 20% now. But 10% tip would be 7.5, 7.5, $7.50. So if we double that to $15, that would be a 20% tip. And so 18% tip is going to be less than 15, but more than $7.50. And the easiest way to calculate this number is we have, we're taking 18% of 75, 18% of $75. And if we, let's go ahead and translate this into a mathematical expression. We have 0.18 times, right? Of is usually a keyword for multiplication. 0.18 times 75. And that's going to give us our tip. So grab your calculators, turn them on, and type in 0.18 times 75. So $13. 13.5 is your answer, so write it as a dollar amount, which is 13.50. So that's how much the tip is, and if you were talking about the whole bill, you would be doing $75 plus $13.50 more as the tip, so $88.50. But all they're asking for in this case is the tip. So we have 13.50, and that looks like money, so it's probably be easier for everyone to figure. 13.5 might also work, but I would go ahead and just format it the way they said, dollars and cents. Okay, so let's submit this answer. Okay, that one was right, and here's a similar one for you to take a look at. Oh, here's someone with a lower tip. Okay, so very similar, 0.14 times this amount to get your tip. And let's take a look at question number 2. College tuition, right? So I have it written up here. Tuition was $750, textbooks $375 extra dollars, and then percent of books to total. So her total is going to be 750 plus 375. So 0 and 5 is 5, 5 and 7 is 12, carry the 1, 1 and 7 is 8, plus 3 more is 11. So 1,125 is the total. And we're going to figure a proportion, right, of textbooks to the total, right? Books to fees, right? Tuition and fees. And that's going to be equal to x over 100. So you can cross multiply, get 37,500 and divide that by this number to find out what x is. Or you can just divide 375 by 1125, and that gives you 3 0.333333, it's a repetand, which means it just goes on forever. And sometimes they'll just write 0.3 with a bar over the top. Means it goes on forever as 3. So if we multiply this by 100, so we're dividing these, we will get our percent symbol. So this is 33%. So x is equal to 33.333. So we could say 33.3. And let's see what it says for write your answer to the nearest tenth of a percent. So we had 33.333. So if we look at the number in the tenths column, that's right here, this 3, underline, sorry, it's this one. All right, let me make some space. I'll clean this up a little bit. I think you already know what to do, but just in case, x is equal to 33.333. So when we round, we have to follow the rounding rules. So we underline the number in the tenths column because they want us to round to the nearest tenth, right? Nearest tenth of a percent. So the next number over is less than 5. So if it's less than 5, the number stays the same, and our answer will be 33.3. And that's what we put in the space, 33.3. Let's see. So it's 1/3 of her total cost. And I think what they want to make sure that you are thinking about the books as the total cost and not just books to tuition. So her books cost half as much as all her tuition. That's 50%. But when you add them all together, that's her total. So you have to read very carefully. Total education cost, and they say here with a hint. First find out how much she paid for tuition and books. That's the total. And we aren't counting her dorm or food or anything like that. Anyway, so books is 1/3 of her education. And in our department, we don't use textbooks. So that's one expense you don't have to bear. All right, so try similar questions, see how you do, and get back to me if you have any trouble, and I'll try to help you work through it. Good luck.